Hello, Charles Cherney here, and in this video I want you to meet me in East Cambridge. So we're looking here at the map of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and you can see it's made up of a number of named neighborhoods, and we find East Cambridge, no surprise, in the eastern portion of the city, and it includes Kendall Square. It borders on Somerville to the north, MIT, if you will, to the south, and it's running alongside the Charles River. And Boston, which you see here on this map from the city of Cambridge that shows us East Cambridge, and it includes the Green Line station on the MBTA at Lechmere, here just beyond Cambridge Street, bordering on and part of, if you will, the new neighborhood of East Cambridge, known as Cambridge Crossing. So wanted to share with you a few places in East Cambridge, starting with the Kendall Square Roof Garden. So Kendall Square is part and parcel of East Cambridge, and on Main Street near the T station, you can climb these steps at 325 Main Street up to the newly updated and renovated Kendall Square Roof Garden, adjacent to the Google building in Kendall Square that fronts Main Street. The back of the Kendall Square Roof Garden is seen on the Broadway side here, and it sits essentially, if you will, on the top of a parking garage. So that's the roof garden, and it really is a magical place since the renovation that completed itself this year with this mural on the side of the parking garage facing Broadway. So you can take an elevator or a set of stairs on the Broadway side, or the outdoor steps I showed on the Main Street side near the T to get to the roof garden. And here it is. It's a really magical place. And the times that I've been there, there's very few people. It feels like your own private park in the sky in East Cambridge. It's really wonderful. You can see the fire pit there, the stretch of artificial turf and the sculptures, the plantings. It's really, really well done. That's me in the roof garden, in the heart sculptures. It's just so special to be up there. There's places to sit and catch some rays on a sunny day, as these incline shears show. And then, if you can believe it, there's a paddle tennis court in this park garden. And what a great place to play some paddle if you can get the court. In fact, every time I've gone up there, it's free. So I imagine if you trek up there with your paddleboard equipment, you're going to find that you can enjoy this court. Great shot there. You can see the Marriott in the distance next to the Google building. Just another shot of the court. You know, it's just really well done with the landscaping around it. And then, if you can imagine, there's a big screen and a sitting area, perfect for a party or a special event. Just amazing. Some covered seating areas. You can even have a barbecue. You can see there's a flat screen. I mean, it's top notch. Some additional sitting areas. It's just calling out for you to go explore and enjoy this roof garden. And there's even some perches looking down onto the street scene below, and the trees and the distant buildings in Kendall Square. Another favorite place of mine in East Cambridge is Curio Coffee, which is located at 441 Cambridge Street. And they have Belgian waffles here that make for a special treat, and matched with a coffee from Broadsheet that supplies this coffee shop with its coffee. You can't go wrong. There's always a small crowd in the cafe. It's good service. It's a really hip place. And, if you haven't had a Belgian waffle at Curio, check it out the next time you're in East Cambridge. On the back side of the Cambridge Side Mall, used to be called the Galleria. Now it's just called Cambridge Side. You enter adjacent to this water jetty where the Charles River Boat Company has boats going out in season for cruises on the Charles River. I always like to go in that back door if I'm on my way to the Apple store, pictured here in the mall. So the mall is not as busy as it once was, as the world's changed. And when you go in there, it's not as crowded and frenetic as I remember it once upon a time. But the Apple store is still a magnet. It's still there. It's a frequent port of call for me, and a real pleasure to walk into and to have my Apple care and Apple needs met. And it's always busy. Great service, great destination at the Cambridge Side Mall in East Cambridge. Pictured here is the new T station at Leechmere. You can see it set up above the street, raised up, and it's really remarkable how this T station has moved across the street and become bigger and better. And it's part and parcel on that side of Cambridge Street of a neighborhood of East Cambridge known as Cambridge Crossing. And we're looking here at a shot showing off all the new construction of office buildings in the Cambridge Crossing neighborhood of East Cambridge. And it's really remarkable that these have just literally popped up in the last so many years, creating a neighborhood. It's a 45-acre parcel, and it really is something coming out of nothing. And it's mainly office space as seen here in this shot. There are a couple of condo buildings in the Cambridge Crossing neighborhood in East Cambridge, including 2 Earhart, known as Tango, pictured here. And I have a buyer client as I make this video with an accepted offer on a condominium in this building that overlooks a wonderful new park that is part of the Cambridge Crossing experience. And, as I reflect back over the last 15 years, and I remember when this first opened, it was the hinterlands, but now it's a neighborhood that's emerging with office buildings and park space and people and some restaurants and cafes. And, there's things happening here. That's just a picture of me in this wonderful green space in the heart of Cambridge Crossing, where, you would be surprised if you haven't been over there how nice it is. There's some sitting areas with Parisian furniture and very well landscaped pathways, benches, picnic tables, umbrellas. It's really inviting. There are even a few places for people to play sports. We're looking here at a small soccer pitch in the heart of Cambridge Crossing, which is a nice touch. Here's a boules court and some of those classic French lounge chairs. It almost looks like Paris here if you squint. Having lived in Paris once upon a time, if I'd seen a couple old retirees playing boules, I might have thought I was back in Paris. So this is a great outdoor area in the heart of Cambridge Crossing and well worth discovering when you're over that way. They even have an REI store. I went in here earlier this year to pick up a raincoat on sale, zipped up to Cambridge Crossing on my Vespa. And then afterwards, I went and had a coffee at Tate, which has an outpost here. So it's really an interesting little neighborhood, and it's part and parcel of the East Cambridge experience. You can see here in the foreground, another building it looks like the groundwork's being laid to go up. So, there'll be more and more development of this neighborhood. And it's really a remarkable addition to East Cambridge. In the heart of the East Cambridge neighborhood, tucked in off of Cambridge Street, is this attached single-family townhome on Gore Street that I'm listing. And it dates from the mid-1800s, attached on both sides with the charming flower boxes and blue door out front. Upon entry, it's wonderful that the renovation maintained and preserved the exposed brick walls separating it from its neighbor. As you see here inside the front door, very appealing living room that's open to this European kitchen with a center island, and then a slider, as you see here in the photo, that opens onto this private back deck that steps down to a small garden. So it's really tucked in and secret, and a real nice feature of the residence. The lower level has a bonus space that could be a third bedroom or a home office, and it enjoys a door to the garden. On the second floor, you find your way into a primary suite with an ample bathroom en suite and a large walk-in closet with an additional set of doors that would allow this to become in part or in whole a study. And then on the top floor, on the way up, we see some more exposed brick, really wonderful with the timbers incorporated in the wall. This additional bed bath suite with skylights on the top floor are just delightful. I'll have a link in the description below for more information on this delightful address. that I'm listing in the heart of East Cambridge on Gore Street. It's a great block and really special. Last but not least, I wanted to mention Gufo in Cambridge. That's a new restaurant on Cambridge Street. It features this outdoor dining area. And during the day, it's a cafe, and at night, it's a restaurant and bar. And, so they're going to be serving your Italian fare, pasta and pizza. And just looking here on Boston Magazine's website at a review of Gufo. It opened in the summer of 2023. And Gufo is Italian for owl. And, it's not taken very long for this place to get a good buzz going. And a lot of people have reported to me that they've enjoyed dining there. I'm looking forward to going soon myself. It's nice too that not only are they a bar and restaurant at night, but during the day, it's a cafe, and you can get a croissant or enjoy the outdoor space in season and make the most of the experience of being there. So that's Gufo, just a great space. My name is Charles Cherney, and I am a top residential real estate agent here to help you buy the right home and sell for the best price. I hope you've enjoyed meeting me today in East Cambridge. Just get a sense of some of the many delights that make up this neighborhood of Cambridge. It's a great place to live. There's a lot happening. And if you're interested in learning more about the residential real estate on offer here, reach out. I look forward to hearing from you by text, telephone, or email. Be in touch. Take care.